As you can see, I am greased up. All right. Now, this is the back side. First thing, I'm just gonna stuff a spider in there. I'm gonna stuff a bunch of grease in here. Get everybody happy and greasy. I think that's super important. All right, now the seal goes in next. I'm just gonna put a little grease on this right here. Now, that's where we get a little tricky. Gotta tap it in nice and easy. Kind of got off square there a bit. Don't want to damage it. There we go, that's better. Just keep an eye on it. Be careful, be gentle with it. And we just want to work our way around. Just nice and easy. I'm not wailing on it. Oh my gosh, look at what I just did. I forgot to put the bearing in. Well, this could be ugly. Oh my goodness. I think what I'm gonna do is just keep moving along, and I will fix that off camera instead of having you watch Do It Twice Theater. You know that it happened, but sorry about that. I got too excited because everything is going so swimmingly well. So that was my bad. So this is the big bearing. Big bearing goes in the back, sits in the race right there. Press that down there nice and easy. Then, once again, we will tap this in a little bit. Nice. Oh, not too much. Some of the sides take a little extra, but you want to make sure that it's going even. So we're getting sealed in there. Nice and tight. Got a little bit to go. So I think I have a big... Yeah, well, this might do it. Nope. Got to have something that's going to fit right on top of that, and I can put it down a little bit. I don't know. Let's see what happens here. There we go. Just nice and easy. We're not trying to bend or break anything because this is the seal. We want it to be sealed. Okay, yeah, we're tightening it up on the inside there. Yeah, there we go. Okay, we're good. Now, next thing we do is we're gonna go over to the spindle, and I'm going to take this small bearing with me, but first I'm going to grease up this inside here. And I just about ran out of grease, but I bought this, so let's put it in there, make everybody happy. Just go crazy. It's just grease. Too much is not going to hurt anybody's feelings. Now I can kind of reach down to the front of that back bearing that is cleverly by me installed. I know, ridiculous. But I could put a little extra in the bottom here now. Just, you know, again, it's grease. Well, let's grease it, okay? I'm gonna take this and set it in there. Just set it right there, okay? And give it a little dollop of daisy right there. Okay, let's go over. I don't know. How's the camera work been so far? Let's find out. Maybe we drop this down just a touch. There we go. Now, all I want to do really, hold this in. I'm going to push this all the way to the back, nice and neatly, making sure everybody's going where they need to go. What's happening? Okay. All right. That's where it needs to go. Okay, that's in there. All right. In this order, we've got our nut, our washer. Sorry, a washer that has a flat spot on it, as does the spindle. Put the flat part on there. Then we have where that used to be the castle nut. Put the castle nut on there. I'm going to spin it around. Now, we've got to get a little closer. Then we're going to put this is the castle nut, the old castle nut thing. It'll sit on there and it will go through. So I've got to get, we're lacking about 3/4 of an inch. So I'm going to get a wrench. I'm going to push everything in. We'll do that off camera. But you get the idea so far. That's how we're going to put that on. Okay, we're going to wrap this up. I got the castle nut, be that as it may, on. Now I've got this little guy, I stuffed some grease in it. It's gonna go on here. It's gonna be the same, it's just the outer seal, so we're gonna carefully try to get it on. Well, gonna make me stand up and try to do it. Easy not, first time ever going very easy. Probably gonna need that piece of wood. Let me go grab that real quick. Sometimes that helps even out the pressure. We'll see if it does this time. Yep, sure did. And I can see that it's sealed. One last thing that I have to do for right now, let's put a tire on here. I'm going to put a couple of lug nuts on here, and it's just to hold it in place for right this second. Not trying to let it down and go driving on it. Just kind of hold the wheel in place. Yeah. So new lug nuts, new lug studs, blah, blah, blah. All right. So what I want to do now is get this thing spinning and make sure that that grease gets mixed in there real good. Just want to see, is it going? Am I going to get, if I give it a good one of these, am I going to get 20 spins? And I want to keep going till I get about 40 or 50 good spins. And that's going to tell me that we're where we need to be. Now I'm going to take it the other way. Really, we're just on the inside, trying to get that grease worked in everywhere. And just listen if I quit talking for any problems, anything moving the wrong way. Look at that, it's just spinning and spinning. So, I feel very good about that. Everything's put on. I'm gonna go fix that other side, get it installed, and then I think we're good to go with this guy. Everything is in and cranked down tight. Brand new, looking good. Probably gonna be some time before I make the next video. You probably won't notice it. It'll probably only be somewhere between 4 and 7 days for you. But for right now, this is about as far as I'm gonna get until we sell that or the Scotty, get it out of the way. I think we're at a really good point. We got our floor and our walls. So when we're ready to go, we're ready to go. And we've got our windows back there already done. So when we're ready to go, we're ready to go. But that's where we're at. It looks good. Well, I tried to get out of here without telling you how much this cost. Because I've got it all right here, and I think it's not a big secret. We kind of halfway talked about it. I went to A&N Trailer Parts out in East Tulsa. Not paying me anything. It's just where I go. And the drop axle, 4-inch drop axle. Now, you may have to add this up on your own. I'll try to go as slow as I can. Now, the axle itself, because it was a special order, which doesn't mean that it necessarily cost me more. It's just because they don't really deal in them this short, not this wide. So I had to wait on it. $293.50, $294 for the axle, which I think is reasonable. Then a pair of hubs. So those were the parts that had the studs on them. Those were $80 for a pair. So $8 for both of them. Then a 2 3/8 U-bolt kit. So $25 total. $25.35 for both of them. And then leaf springs at $35 each, $70. $70, I still think that's a steal. I'm a steal of steel. Spring steel. And then the bolts. We had 4 bolts, $250 each, $10. So with tax, $495. And I feel real good about that. I mean, I could have went back and just sourced the parts and the parts for the other axle, but I thought by the time I'm running around doing that, for just under $500, it's all brand new. And I'm taking my time. If I was in a hurry for myself, I would have just, or if I was in a hurry, I would have just found that one part, put it all back together, because there's nothing really wrong with it. But when you have the time and the opportunity, just go ahead and do it. You know, I get customers and they say, don't care, I want a new axle. And that's happened 4 or 5 times. Normally not like that, but I'm not in a hurry right now. As we've talked about, I'm just not in a hurry. So we did that. Had to go pick it up, no delivery, and installed it myself. So whatever you think that costs you in your time, I would say to tear it apart, totally tear it apart, less than 3 hours. To put everything back together, probably 3.5 hours maybe. I didn't keep real good time, but I think that's what it was. I just took my time. I sat in here. I was just enjoying, there was a football game on. And so I was putting all the grease in there, just doing it and enjoying it instead of working and being in a hurry and being mindful of the customer's time, because the customer and the time is the same person in this situation. So $495. Brand new axle, springs, ready to go. Let's go.